mental illness and mental work related issues and disorders. In this element, we will be discussing all the mental illness related issues at our workplaces, what type of different aspects and elements can cause the mental illness at our workplaces. We will be discussing those issues and those aspects. This is basically a statistical data with respect to the workplace stress, depression, and anxiety related cases all around the world, and you don't have to memorize it. You just have to need to overview of it in order to understand that there are number of cases around the world related to the work related stress, depression, and anxiety. So what is anxiety? Anxiety is basically a feeling of unease such as worry or fear that can be mild or severe. Anxiety can have both psychological and physical symptoms. Long-term anxiety can lead to serious ill health conditions such as hypertension and health disease. Anxiety is sometimes linked to panic disorder, having panic attacks, and PTSD caused by exposure to a traumatic event. So what is PTSD? PTSD is basically post-traumatic stress disorder. It is a disorder that develops in some people who have experienced a shocking, scary, or dangerous event. For example, in our normal lives, if we gone by it through any accident, and after that accident we still remain in that trauma of that accident, and we still remember that accident while we are driving and while we are passing by through the same situation of that accident. So this is basically PTSD. And in the last index, anxiety is sometimes also linked to the depression. Now we will discuss what is depression. Depression is basically feelings of extreme sadness, despair, or inadequacy that last for a long time. The severity of the symptom of depression can vary. At its mildest, depression involves being in spirit, low mood, while and its more severe depression make sufferers feel suicidal and that life is no longer worth living. Now we will discuss the work-related stress. So what is stress? Stress is basically adverse reaction that people have to excessive pressure of other demands placed upon them. And the effects of stress are psychological effects, physical, behavioral effects, can lead to serious ill health if prolonged and if not reduced by applying different approaches and by applying different control measures. Now we will discuss in detail the psychological, physical, and behavioral effects of stress. First, psychological. Due to this stress, you will be exposed to anxiety, low self-esteem, and you will be depressed. Coming towards the physical effects of stress, there will be lots of sweating, fast heartbeat, high blood pressure, skin rashes. You will be feeling muscle tension, headache, and dizziness due to the high stress. And in the last, the behavioral effect of stress. Due to the high stress, you will not able to get a good sleep. You will not be able to have a full attention to your work activities. You will be engaged in mood swings. You will be irritable, and you will also consume alcohol in order to reduce your stress. And you also consume different type of illegal medicine and drugs, and you will be mostly absent from your workplace just due to catering your stress. So these are basically the different ample of effects the stress can cause. So now we will be discussing causes of work-related mental illness. So what is the causes of stress? Stress can be caused by excessive demands. These demands are related to your jobs also, and related to your work activity, and related to anything happening at your workplace. The second thing is lack of control over work. Basically, the causes of stress is if you are having a lack of control over your work, you will be susceptible to the stress. If you are having a lack of support from your colleagues, from your manager, you will be exposed to a massive amount of stress also. And if you are having poor relationships at your workplace and you are doing your work idly and you are not taking part in any activity, and also you are having poor relation with your co-employees and your colleagues, then you will be prone to high amount of stress. lack of clarity about an individual role. If you are hired for any kind of job, and if you don't know what are your responsibilities are not clear, and you don't know what to do in what type of situation, and in that case also you will be exposed to massive amount of stress too. Threat of change and change itself. For example, if an employee is working in any company, and he got to know that the company management will change suddenly, and that management will reduce their perks and benefits. Due to that thing also, you will be